Good evening. Governor Bruce Rauner in Decatur today, continuing to blame lawmakers for failing to pass a state budget. Now, some people in the crowd were receptive to the governor's calls for reform. Others had tough questions about the lack of progress at the State House.
News Channel 20 State House reporter Jordan Abadea here now with the details on that. Jordan.
Maggie and Adam, tensions are rising at the State House, and today the governor was clear, handing off the blame for a lack of a budget deal and the fiscal mess to Democratic leadership. He consistently called out Senate President John Cullerton and House Speaker Michael Madigan, but some people aren't buying it. Governor Bruce Rauner's turnaround message getting claps from some in Decatur. But a few people who showed up had some questions for the governor.
You have big cuts proposed on the table for working families.
Yeah, the cuts come from Madigan and Cullerton. They're not something that we created.
I don't agree with that, because I feel that if we elected you in and you made it in as the governor, can't you all sit down and do something reasonable to solve this crisis that's about to hit?
Help me and we'll do it.
The governor said the best way voters can help end the stalemate is by talking to their local lawmakers, urging them to vote for the governor's plans. But the governor was clear in who he says should be taking the heat for the hard decisions that he has to make.
Well, I don't want to have to make cuts, but the reality, the cuts are a consequence of Madigan and Cullerton spending us into oblivion, passing phony budgets, not being financially disciplined, and causing the financial duress that the state is in.
Despite the tough tone, the governor says he's meeting with the leadership regularly and that he's ready to bargain. He says he's willing to change the language of his bills if that's what it takes to move them forward.
And I'm meeting with specific legislators virtually every day, Democrats and Republicans, talking to them about particular issues and particular bills. We're up for negotiating on everything. There's nothing that's an absolute given.
The governor's supporters at today's event say they're happy to work with the governor and even sacrifice if his plans really can turn the state around. They say voters should give the governor 4 years to implement his plans and see if they worked then. Adam.